Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I hope you enjoyed the video and stick around till the end. I recently visited a place called Slimbridge Reserve in Gloucester, and it's a wetland centre and it's overlooking the River Severn. So it was an amazing place, and we spent a day there and saw loads and loads of ducks and swans and flamingos as well, and geese. So I was inspired to paint the Wigeon because the Wigeon has been seen recently there, and unfortunately I don't think I saw one and I missed it. But I managed to find a photo of this little Wigeon, and I decided to paint it with watercolours. So I'm showing you a little clip of how I painted the eye. So I always feel like it's important to know how to paint the eye and start with the eye sometimes. So it just makes the painting better when you have got the eye to start with. So I wasn't too bothered about the reflection right now on this painting. I added more reflection at the end of the painting, which is fine. So the colours are mainly focused on the bird, were burnt sienna. I also added a little bit of Winsor lemon at the end. Then above the eye it has got like a little green section, which you see me painting right now. I thought that was quite different, and I needed to add that. It looked very, very beautiful. The Wigeons are quite different to the portraits. So the Wigeons have got a little stripe on the forehead, which you'll see me painting soon. The colours are very similar, but the plumage at the front as well is a little bit different on the breast. The portrait intends to sit flatter on the water, where the Wigeons don't. I'm carrying on with this painting now, and especially this video was going to be to show you the reflection, how I painted the reflection on the water. So I changed my brush to 000 for the eye, because I decided that I wasn't able to get right in there to add the pupil and the colour. It's such a small little section that you really need a small brush. I also needed to leave a little white rim below the eye. It was very tricky to do. I had to have a few attempts to do this, but if you ever struggle with something like that, don't worry about it. Just grab a white pencil or a white watercolour pencil and just use that to make the little line, because it doesn't have to be sparkly white, that little line rim around the bottom of the eye. It just be a little bit of faded line there. And if you don't have the pencils, then you could always use a little bit of gush as well, white gush. Okay, so doing a collection of birds at the moment, water birds, waterfowl, and I will be hopefully making videos for this for you. So you can see me wetting the base. I've done the bird pretty much, not all of it, but some of it, and I've done part of the reflection underneath the bird. You can see that on the white paper. So what I'm doing is I'm adding water below that section, and then I'm using ochre yellow, burnt amber for this. So as I wet it so much, I got the painting slightly tilted. So as I'm doing this, the paint is running down a little bit as I'm adding more water to it. So I place the paint on there, and you can see how it's running when I apply more water. So you can add more concentration on that paint to make it run even more. So I'm slightly moving the brush backwards and sideways, and then I'm looking at my reference photo for guidance to see where those darker patches are. I'm not making an accurate painting to what the photo is. I'm giving an impression of this reflection. In fact, the reference photo reflection was quite different to the one I'm creating, but it's giving me an idea of what reflection I want to create on the painting. The photograph, the reference photo, has got reeds behind it and around the bird, but I didn't want to add that to it because it would have been just too much, and I wanted the focal point to be on the bird and that reflection. So when I add the paint on the paper, then with a damp brush I go sideways to spread it, as you can see. So I'm moving that paint sideways, and my paper's still wet and my brush is wet, so I'm moving it around because the paint is quite creamy. So I felt like the shadows, the darker shadows, needed to be a little bit darker to insinuate the head reflected on the water. I applied also Payne's Grey to this to help me with the reflection, to make it darker. So you'll see me applying that in a minute. So at some point you need to let this dry and then go over again. But the first step you need to do is just keep on applying that paint to make it as dark as possible where you want it to be, and then let it dry slightly. And then with a damp brush, when you're happy with it, you brush over it to get rid of all the sharp edges, to make it go blending in nicely together. So you'll see me doing that at the end. So I'll let you listen to some music for a minute, and then I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so I added more detail now, as you can see, and it's gone darker on those sections, and I'm using this damp brush, and you can see me moving this paint to the angle I want it to be, so it all blends in together. It looks more natural that way. So you can see me jumping ahead as well. I have added more detail on the feathers now and more colour also on the reflection below. So I'm adding the detail here now on the feathers, and I'm hardly using much paint and hardly even touching the paper with the brush. So very lightly, just to add that texture and that shape of those feathers. So I'm going darker and darker where it's needed on these the whole bird to bring it all together. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you have, please leave a comment if you like. Any questions I would love to answer. If you would like to see different videos from me in the future, please let me know. I would love to know what you would like to see in this channel. Like I said, I will come back to you and bring you some more birds as I'm painting them now. It will be great. So hope to see you soon, and thank you very much, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and if you have thank you, and see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.